Hello, you're welcome back to another lesson today. God bless you. Today we are going to be talking about chord nomenclature. That's basically how to name chords on the keyboard. Speaking from my own personal experience when I started and I was transitioning into the intermediate level of playing, I was faced with one challenge, and that was inability to name chords correctly. And because as of then I learned with the head of the hear and play, I didn't understand much of the theory, much theory behind the things that I was playing. I only had heard them from somewhere, and I found a way to play them on the keyboard. So, and for beginners, for early intermediate players, this is one challenge that we all faced at one time or the other, and that is exactly what inspired me to make this video, so as to help you to overcome this challenge as fast as possible. And for this lesson, we're going to be on the key of C major. All right, if you are new to this channel and you are seeing this lesson, kindly subscribe to the channel. After subscribing to the channel, give this lesson a thumbs up. Okay, like this lesson and hit on the notification bell so that you can be notified when amazing lessons and content like this are uploaded on this channel. Equally, if you have any question or contribution, especially questions, please do drop your question in the comment box, and I will make sure to attend to the question as fast as possible. All right, so let's go back into the lesson. For this lesson, we're going to be making use of the key of C major, and for C major, we have C, D, E, F, right? We have G, A, B, and C. We go again, we have C, D, E, we have F, we have G, we have A, B, and C. C is 1, D is 2, E is 3, F is 4, G is 5, A is 6, B is 7, and C is 8. Octave. And if I'm to continue the counting, C is 8, D is 9, E is what? 10, F is 11, G is 12, and A is 13. Okay? And number one thing you need to understand, you need to know, for you to develop your ability, your skill of naming chords correctly on the keyboard, is one, you need to understand the number system. And the number system says your tonic is 1 and C is the tonic, which is 1. Then 2, continue counting in the ascending order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And that is why we have something called the 13th chord. Okay, the 13th chords, we have the 11th chords, we have the 9th chords, we have the 7th chords. All right, and then we have the triad. Now let's start from the triad. A triad chord is a chord that consists of 3 notes. An example is the C major triad chord, which is C, E, and G. C, E, and G. The C major triad chord, made up of 3 notes. D minor triad chord, E minor triad chord, F major triad chord, G major triad chord, A minor triad chord, B minor triad chord, and back to C. All right. Now, there's another kind of chord that consists of 3 notes apart from the normal triad chord the number, the major, the minor chords, like I just did right now, and they are called what? The suspended chord. A suspended chord is also a chord that consists of 3 notes, and we have 2 variations of the suspended chord. Number 1, we have the suspended second chord, and number 2, we have the suspended fourth chord. Now for the suspended second chord, for the C major suspended second chord, we have C, E, and G. When you see a chord like this, C, D, and G, this is a suspended second chord, and this is C major suspended second chord. The other variation is the suspended fourth, and for the suspended fourth, we have C, F, and G. C, F, and G. And this is written as C sus 4 or C sus 2. Okay? C sus 4 or C sus 2 chord. All right? So after the triad chord, the suspended chord, let's move up to the next set of chords. And these are chords that contains 4 notes. And majorly these are called the 7th chords. The 7th chords. And for you to get the 7th chord, all you need to do is just to stack another note on the triad chords, and definitely that will give you a chord made up of 4 notes. Now let's consider the triad chord of C. So we have C major. All right, this is the C major chord. Now, if we add another note with an interval of a whole tone, that's 2 tones. From ear to ear is a tone, from ear to ear is another tone. So an interval of 2 tones. All right, when we have this, that means we are stacking another note on the 3 note chords we have already. And when you have something like this, this is a 4 note chord, and this is known as the 7th chord, and this is known as the major 7th chord. So whenever you see a chord like this, this is known as the major 7th chord. If you see a chord like this, this is the F major 7th chord. If you see a chord like this, this is the G major 7th chord. If you see a chord like this, this is the D major 7th chord. So let's get back to the key of C. The C major 7th chord. Now, for the 7th chord, we have variations of the 7th chord. This is the first one, the C major 7th chord. We also have the C minor 7th chord, written as C small m then 7, C minor 7th, and you have it as this. Also, we have the C dominant 7th chord, in which you have the primary dominant chord and the secondary dominant chord. And for the secondary dominant chord, on the key of C, we have C, E, G, and then we are going to add a flat to this note, and a flat is an accidental that will always lower a musical note by a semitone, by half step. So when we add a flat to this note, it will bring us to this place, and this will give a C dominant 7th, written as C7. C dominant 7, written as C7. Okay, now equally we can have a chord like this, and this is called the C minor major 7th. When we have this, this is called what? The C minor dominant 7th. The C minor dominant 7th. this is called what? A C minor major seventh, a C minor dominant seventh. All right, now let's go back to the C major seventh. Now if we add another note to this chord, to this major chord, let's say we add the note of D, this note, and what we are trying to do is that we want to form a chord with all the notes of the C major scale. So we are adding this note, and when you have a note, we have a chord like this, this is called what? A C add 9 chord. Definitely, if you have a C add 9 chord, a C major add 9 chord, you can have it like this, a C add 9 chord without the seventh, and you can also include the seventh to give a C major ninth chord, C major add 9 chord. All right, so let's continue. If we add another note from the C major scale, okay, I think we've added this, then the next note that we don't have yet is this, the F. When you add the F, I have something like this, it becomes what? A and 11, it becomes 11th chord, an 11th chord. This C, E, G, B, D, and F. So what is this? This is called a C major 11th chord. A C major 11th chord. So this is a C major 11th chord. And if we add the last note of the C major scale that we haven't played as yet, which is this, it becomes what? A C major 13th chord. A C major 13th chord. So in a short form, this is how you can this is how to name or identify chords. You know, we are making use of the key of C as a case study. All you need to do is to transfer this knowledge to other keys, and you'll be able to identify chords correctly. Now, sometimes you hear of, okay, a C major 13th chord flat 5. Yeah, something like that. You don't have to panic. All you need to think is, okay, a C major 13th chord, which is this, then add flat 5. Okay, so this is the 5, isn't it? And you can, flat 5 means you are going to add a flat to the 5 to lower it by a semitone. So if this is the 5, all you have to do is to raise your 4 or to add a flat over here. All right, and here you have a C major flat 5, and because we are going to flat the 5, I will take off the 5, which is this from here, and then I will add a flat to it over here, and it becomes a C major flat 5 chord, a C 13th flat 5 chord. Probably you hear of a C let's say a C augmented. Let's say a C major 11th augmented. Okay, now thank God I'm not missing out of this. I will talk about the augmented chord. The augmented chord is formed on the 1, the 3, and the flat 6. When you have this, you have the augmented chord. This is the C augmented chord. Okay? This is also a chord that is made up of 3 notes. Then you have the diminished chord. The diminished chord is made up of the 1, the flat 3, and the flat 5, which is this. So this gives us the C diminished chord. And when you add this note, it becomes the C diminished 7th chord. Remember I told you that a 7th chord is a chord made up of 4 notes. Right? A C diminished 7th chord. Okay? So these are the major chords that you need to know. You need to know because these are the major chords that you will always hear from every now and then on records. You hear people play them every now and then. Then the other kinds of chords that you may find a bit difficult or challenging to name are chords that are called altered chords. And an example of an altered chord is if you have a chord like this. If you have a chord like this, a chord like this is what? A C major 13th chord at 11. That's sharp 11. A C major 13th chord, sharp 11, because going by the number system, this is the 11, and if I add a sharp to it, it becomes the 11. It becomes a sharp 11. Or I can equally name it as this. If I take off the 5th over here and I have this, it becomes what? The C major 13th chord, flat 5. Because I've taken off the flats, and so automatically this will act as a flat 5. But if I add this, it becomes what? A sharp 11, and the 11 is this F, so it becomes a sharp 11. And these are not just your day-to-day chords, these are called altered chords. Okay? An example is another thing like this. If you have a chord like this, C, D, C, E, G, B flat, B notes. You have the D, you have the F, and you have the A flats. This chord is called what? A C major sharp 5. A C major sharp 5. A C major 11th sharp 5. This is the 11th. And this is the 5. And I'm adding a sharp. A sharp will always take a musical note upward by a semitone. So this is the 5th. I'm adding a sharp to it, and the sharp will take us to A flat. And this is not just your regular chord, also this is also an altered chord, because altered chords are chords in which you have to sharp something or you flat something to get what you want. They are not chords that you get straight from the major scale. They are not chords that you get from the major scale. You have to sharp something to or flat something to get altered chords. like the sharp 11, the sharp 5, or the sharp 4, or you just have to add a sharp, you have to add an accidental to one note to give you, which is not something you come across every day. Although these are some of the things the pros play to sound facts, to sound, you understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah. But if you understand the number system, like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The first thing for you to do is to understand the number system. When you understand the number system, then you can begin to apply your knowledge to all these chords. When you see them, what you need to do is to, one, you find the roots. You find the root of the chord, and from the root of the chord, from the root of the chord, it will give you a placement to start naming the chord in reference to the roots. An example is, if I'm playing something like this, okay, which is what? This is, oh, pardon me. This is what? A C major 7th flat what? Flat 9. Because this is the 9. And I'm adding a flat to it to give me this. A C major 7th flat 9. A C dominant 7th flat 9. Yeah. If you have a chord like this is what? A C major 7 sharp 9. Isn't it? Yes. A C major 7 sharp 9. So like I said, first understand the number system. Second thing is to find the root of the chord. That's the parent root of the chord, and from there start counting and applying the knowledge in which I've just shared with you. And in no distance time, you'll be able to name chords correctly. Yeah, you might not get it all at once, but as you give time and you give diligence to see the chords and to take time to analyze the chords, you will get better at it. You become better at it. If I had someone as of then to teach me this, I think I would able to name this chord correctly faster than I was able to. But notwithstanding, you have lessons like this, and for your betterment, for your growth is why you have channels like this, and that is one of the reasons why I'm making videos like this, so that you won't just be that keyboard player, that pianist that knows how to play, but you don't know what you are playing. It is not a good place to be, because it will limit you, and then you get to some places you will play and your audience will be thrilled by your play. But if at any time someone comes to you and asks you, bro, what's that shit you played? What's that chord you played? You won't be able to give an accurate answer, an accurate reply to it. And it will make you look somehow, to make you look as if you really don't know what you are doing. And I don't want you to experience that. So I'll be ending this lesson at this point. Remember, if you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to the channel. And if you have any question, put it in the comment box and I will attend to it. If you have any contribution, put it in the comment box. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm going to see you in another lesson. Bye. God bless you. Amen.